Welcome to Oakfield Farm. Today is the day of the Oakfield show. It had rain overnight. We was here working until late last night helping them set the show up. We were worried with the weather forecast for rain, but the rain came early in the morning, so by the time the public got here we will go round, have a look at all the tractors and combines and things that have turned up. We'll start them up, show them, let you hear them running and different things as we go. And I think we will go this side first. Oh, Class Matador Giant. Nice old combine this. Let's start it up and see. Yeah, looks a great combine. All the wheels there turning. The pick-up reel for the knives is turning. Every belt and pulley working on the Matador Giant. We can also show you, we can take the guard off at the front here. Let's just take this map off. This guard at the front we can take off, pressing number pad 8, and there you see the chain doesn't seem to turn, but the wheels are all turning, so yeah, that's the Matador Giant, lovely combine from the 60s, and it is the ones we have got on our Churn Farm series. The second is a Class Matador Standard, so we won't start that one up. We've already started a class up, and the third tractor in the line, Farmer 806 Diesel. Let's jump on. We've got permission from all the owners to jump on and let you hear them. So we shall now start this one up and see what it's like. Nice sounding tractor. It's got the extra wide axle there where you can put the duals on. Very much an American tractor. Again, another machine that we're using on the Churn Farm series. Due to the fact we had problems with the county's turning circle in the fields, we decided to get one of those. Next in the line, another Farmall, the 450 diesel. We shall start this up and see what she sounds like. Didn't think it was going to start then. Yeah, that nice sounding tractor again. These tractors were ones that came over just after the war, and a lovely little tractor as well. So it's got the 3-point hitch on it. Now we've got a tractor here, McCormick Deering W9 Standard, and it has got a John Deere 37 grass mower. One or two of the owners have brought an implement on their tractors as well. Let's see what the McCormick Deering sounds like. That's a nice sound. And also the Reaper working, all fully restored. McCormick Deering sounds nice. Really does. It's a nice tractor. So we shall have a look at the next one. Here we have a tractor from the 1970s, a Fiat 1300 DT Super, and looks like they brought an Elwood potato planter from the same sort of late 60s, early 70s period. Tractor got no doors on it, now whether he's in the process of doing it up still and not managed to find his doors. The wheels are fairly wide on it, but let's have a listen. Sounds like he's got some work to do on the engine still. He's got a bit of a knock and rattle, but yeah, lovely little tractor. And a work in progress, I'd imagine, with the fact it hasn't got the doors on. And another Fiat, the 120C Fiat Crawler, and it has got Mardy plough on the back, a Nardi plough, sorry, not Mardy. So let's see what the Fiat Crawler sounds like. We'll give it a run. That's sounding pretty good. Got a big hook on the bottom there for towing. So that is that one. Next in our line is another late 60s tractor, a John Deere 1030 with a canvas cab, which front comes out, and it has been acquainted with a John Deere 34 manure spreader, which looks like it's been all fully restored. The tractor doesn't look as if it is fully restored yet. Its paintwork looks a bit, hello, nice polite people who's come. Let's see what she sounds like. Yeah, it sounds nice. So it seems she's probably not got it finished yet, but yeah, nice little tractor all the same. And here we have one of the first of the Massey Ferguson 135s, the one with the exhaust comes out from under between the wheels. It is connected to the Ransom's FR plough. We all know what these Masseys sound like, but we'll give it a run. And there she is, up and running. And that is a fully restored version of one of the first Massey Ferguson 135s that were built when they took over from the 35. The tractor that took over from this one is here as well, the Massey Ferguson 240. It has got on the back a New Holland 258 windrower. So we shall do that start, and you can tell it's a descendant of the 135 because it's got the same engine, boosted with 2 or 3 more horsepower, but other than that, exactly the same, just different bodywork, and it's basically a 135, slight extra power and a different bodywork on it. Along here now we come to the Massey Ferguson, the 274C, the crawler tractor. It has got a set of the Ransom's FR discs on it. So we shall see what it sounds like. We'll get in. We know we don't own that field, don't worry about it. And nice little sound on the Massey Ferguson. Yeah, a lot of these tractors are lovely restored. That looks like it's a fully restored version of it. And now a tractor from the early 70s, the Massey Ferguson MF 1200. These were used a lot by the big farmers in the early 70s. They weren't, although for the early 70s 100 horsepower was a lot of power. That's just over 100 horsepower. It's a big tractor for 100 horsepower. I mean, you get now just the tractors the size of that over there are now producing more than 100. This is our David Brown 1394. We brought it along, so you hear that running most days, but we will jump on and give it a start up for those who have not seen us use it before. We got this tractor in a swap for the Fordson Super Major. We had a guy who's big on his Fords and Fordsons and things, wanted it for his collection, so we did as a swap with the David Brown. Here is a nicely restored, or part restored, David Brown 1690. Looks like it's got front loader attacher and front weights on it. Sounds lovely. That really does have that familiar David Brown engine sound. It is the turbo version of the David Brown. And here is our old Fordson Super Major, which we swapped for the David Brown 1394, and it has got on the back of it a restored John Deere 24T baler, a conventional baler. We should jump on, have a look at what happens with this. The engine's very quiet on this, that's one thing wrong with it, but start the baler up and you see the baler with a lovely baler sound to it. And on this show there's a good few people milling about. I mean, look at all these people, they're coming up looking around the castle and looking around the tractors as well. So here, another one of the 1960s series tractors we use, the Ford Force 4000. This one with no cab on it, and it is rigged up to the, so we'll wander around it to show you. It's rigged up to the Ford grass mower. It looks like it is fully restored. The blades there chomping away. We'd better turn that off before one of these people gets stuck into it. And then its bigger brother, the Ford Force 5000. This one slightly later with the cab on. No implements been brought with this one, but I am led to believe that the 4000, the 5000 and this one, the 7000 and the County beyond it, were brought by the same person. This is the Ford Force 7000 from about 1971, when Ford decided they wanted a bit of extra power. And again, the distinctive Ford sound. And then here we have another one of the tractors we're using at the moment on the churn farm. Well, we just swapped it out, the two over there, the County 1124, which great tractor. It's just that it doesn't have a great turning circle. Again, just about the same sound as what the other Fords are, which not to be surprising because there you see Ford badging all over it. Hello. The next tractor in the line, the MB Track 1000, another lovely tractor, and this is one of two brought by the same person. He brought also the one there, the early Unimog. Let's see what this sounds like. Sounds like it's got a slight misfire. tractor. I mean, this didn't come to the show last year, but there are a lot of tractors here that didn't come to the show last year, and a lot that was here last year haven't come back. Here is the early Unimog 406, one of the first of the Unimogs that came to farming. We'll jump in and see what it sounds like. There you have it, nice cab. It's been restored nicely. It's got the canvas top, and this was what many would see as the first of the fast tracks done by Mercedes. A nice 40 miles per hour tractor, which a lot of contractors used because they could put on the 3-point hitch. This one hasn't got the 3-point hitch on it, but you can get them with the 3-point hitch, front winch. You can get different trailer bodies to put on the back of here, and it really was a great all-rounder tractor. And here we have a Renault 9034 TX from late 70s, early 80s, I'd imagine, this one. And again, you see no implement on the back, but let's start it up and see what it's like. Sounds nice enough, running pretty good. A little bit small to get in there, but yeah, that's lovely Renault 9034. And here, an old 60s front loader. Not very loud, but you see the bucket is working. And that would have been useful on a lot of the farms in the 60s. Very rudimental and not too much work went into making them, but yeah, I imagine they was a lifesaver for a lot of farmers in the 60s. Here we have a Wiley's Jeep, and it looks like it's fully restored, although he has put some wheels on that not in fitting with the period. Back wheel, the spare wheel is. The back spare wheel is one of the wheels, that's what should be on all round, but he did tell me that he sourced the Land Rover, restored it all, but he hasn't managed to find a set of wheels for it. There you have it, the sound of it. Yeah, I'd imagine once he gets a set of wheels for that and put on, that will look lovely. Now we've got a John Deere Model A, along with, it's got attached on the back of it, a John Deere 30 combine. These came over during the Second World War on the lease lend, both the Model A and the combine harvester. There you hear the John Deere under work, sounding lovely. The pickle reel doesn't go round because it is driven off the combine wheels. The rest of it is worked off PTO, and you can see all the chains and belts working away. Here's the drive for the pickle reel, which comes off this wheel via that chain through an axle. Yeah. Really does a nice little combine, that. Let's turn that off. And we've got two more to look at. Here we have got the New Holland, which will jump up and in and start this up. I'll leave the door open. This from, it's not fully restored, but it's fully working. From about 1973, 1974, this one with the cab on it. And yeah, nice little combine. And the last one in the line, the Class Macata. That looks a bit rough, it's got rust on the back there. We shall start it up and again, we've got the combine with the belts and pulleys working on there. Pickup reel seems to spin a little quick, but everything there turning on the front pickup. And yeah, another old combine from the late 60s. The Matadors was like the early 60s. This took over from the Matador. Went in from like the late 60s to the early 70s. This one must have been in constant use and not been restored. As you say, it's got scratches there on the side, it's got the rust. But yeah, a nice little thing. We'll have a look now and you can see the amount of people that are milling around the show. There are people coming in and going out all the time. So I hope you've enjoyed this visit to the show. We will now get on to planning to get our fertilising done and whatever other jobs. We've got grass cutting to do, but looking at the weather tomorrow, the first day of summer, is looking good. Then we've got a wet day and a couple of dry days, a wet day and a dry, well, cloudy day but dry again.
Hi there.
Hi there. So all that's left to say is we hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, give us a share to help the channel grow. If you are new to Summer Palm Estates and want to see more of what we do, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon. It will tell you when these videos are uploaded, when we do our live streams. Until next time, thank you for watching and bye bye.